Welcome back to Green Tiger Claw Productions, and welcome back to another video review. And today, I think we'll have a look at... Hi, Felix. I think we'll have a look at this guy. Transformers Legacy, Beast Machines, Cheetor. Yeah. Yeah, so I guess Hasbro does acknowledge Beast Machines from time to time. Please. Okay. Yeah. Video's not about him, it's about Cheetor here. Cheetor, character-wise in Beast Machines, he's a lot different from how he is in Beast Wars. He's significantly much more mature. He's not the kid bot anymore in Beast Machines. That title has more or less been given over to Night Scream. Night Scream, terrible character. But yeah, Cheetor, I think, is one of the better characterizations in Beast Machines. He's much more mature. He's not really a young pup, young kitten, that is, anymore. So, he's done some aging. And really, it really showed in Beast Wars. He really started to mature, especially when he became a Transmetal 2. But by Beast Machines, he's pretty much coming to his own in Beast Machines. So yeah. Yeah. He kind of becomes more of a second in command than anything else, and eventually he even takes command of the Maximals himself at the end of the show. Yeah. Once again, Cheetor, I think, is one of the better characterizations in all of Beast Machines. Let's have a look at this techno-organic cheetah mode. Nicely detailed. Looking at the face there. Look at that face. Look at that kitty face. Look at it. Look at it. Ooh, the eyes are a bit... Yeah, the eyes are a bit offset. But yeah, there is if you can see it, there is some nice techno detailing on the face here, like the inside of the ears there, on the jaw. Pretty nice. You look here at the nose. He does have those two little, looks like three actually. He's got those divots in his nose that he had in the show. He's yellow, very yellow, with purple spots on the head and the shoulders and the thighs. I think he could stand to have a little bit more spots, like that. But I guess, yeah. But yeah, it is what it is. He does have the tear marks that cheetahs do have. Once again, in purple this time instead of black. He is proportioned very much like a cheetah. You know, he's kind of, you know, a bit more of a slender cat than you know, like a lion or a tiger. But you know, he does have that Beast Machines stylization about him. You know, obviously he doesn't look like a cheetah that could live on Earth here. So you know, he's um, well, he's a robot cheetah first of all. Yeah. So yeah. There's a little bit of kibble there. You can quite clearly see the robot hands in the front paws here, and you can see the back of the robot head right there at the cheetah's neck. It kind of looks like something out of a Tom and Jerry cartoon. It looks like he swallowed a. It looks like someone threw a dinner plate at him and he swallowed it, and it got stuck in his throat like that. Yeah. Think a dispute might have happened between him and Rat Trap. I don't know. But anyway, yeah. That's the cheetah mode. It's pretty show accurate too. Much more show accurate than the initial figures of Cheetor that he got in Beast Machines. Cheetor got 3 figures in the whole of Beast Machines. He got a semi decent mega figure, an awful Supreme class figure, and a pretty good deluxe figure called Night Slash Cheetor, and this sword is coming out. Okay, there we go. Yeah. Sorry, I'm a little stuffed up, but you know, I'm getting better slowly. Yeah, I like this. He's got those kind of disc kind of things in his. They're not actually disc, but they're, you know, kind of disc shaped, kind of shoulder. Things. Yeah. They're not his. Yeah, neither one, as far as I can tell, is his spark crystal. Like, he doesn't seem to have a spark crystal on this guy. They seem to have dropped that feature, which is a shame. I thought it was kind of one of the cooler features of Beast Machines. Yeah, but the cheetah mode is pretty nice. It does have nice detail, like this up here. Yeah, I do like it quite a bit. It's not very well articulated. It shares the same thing with Legacy Silverbolt, where to transform him, you kind of have to tab his limbs in. Yeah, it's kind of, yeah. But, you know, at the very least, you know, you can get, you know, some movement. You know, you can get here and here. And, you know, the forelegs here on, you know, ball joints. So, you know, that is nice at least. Yeah. You can kind of wag the tail up and down. Yeah, so cheetah mode, pretty nice. Not the worst thing in the world. For size comparison, here we have, here we go. Here we have vintage Cheetor. Kind of like this, comparing his initial Beast Wars form with his Beast Machines form. This is the kind of beginning of his journey and the end of it. It's kind of neat to compare the two. Here is Legacy Night Prowler, the Snow Leopard. Yeah, we have a thin Snow Leopard and a bulky cheetah. It's Transformers. Okay. Here's this thing. Yeah, that's how they stack up together. And then we have other Beast Machines characters. Here's Silverbolt. And then here's Savage. And then here is Quick Strike. I think these two look pretty good together. Of course, Quick Strike is a non-show character, but, yeah. I think he looks pretty good with him. Almost the same size, almost. This guy's a core class, so, core class is kind of the welded legend class and basic class together to kind of make core class. So, unfortunately, it looks like they're retiring the class already, which I'm kind of peeved off by. But yeah, there he is with Quick Strike. Okay. Yeah, so cheetah mode's pretty nice. It's not too bad. It's got a couple, hiccups here and there with the kibble and the spots, which I think there could stand to be more of. But cheetah mode is not too bad. It is my favorite mode he has. I mean, his robot mode is nice, but you'll kind of see why I kind of prefer his cheetah mode. Shall we get into that now? I think we shall. So, first thing you want to do is take these off. These will be his swords. Real quick, they are pretty nice. They're actually kind of reminiscent of well, first of all, the swords he had in the show. But they're also kind of reminiscent of the swords that the original Bat Optimus Primal came with back in the very beginning of Beast Wars. Yeah. So those are his swords. They're really nice, I think. Okay, and then you're left with this. This doesn't look too bad on its own. You can kind of, if you want, you can display them like that, but it's kind of a parts former that way, but you want to unpeg the forelegs, and then you want to unpeg the back legs. Then you want to go back here. You want to peg in the waist there, and then the tail, you want to peg it in there, and it kind of becomes like a, excuse me, once again, I'm stuffed up. Yeah, the tail you want to kind of make into a spine here. I kind of like that. Kind of like that for the tail, and at the very least, it doesn't become some lame whip weapon this time. You want to take the cheetah head and fold it down like that. Ugh, what is that? Well, that's the robot head. You got to turn it around. And then go to I think this is pretty cool. The cheetah mode paws, you want to fold them back like that. And then they're supposed to tab in to these slots here, but I've tried my darndest. They really don't want to go in there. Yeah, what I think is kind of cool is there's these pegs here, and they actually go into the robot fists like that. So he's kind of like holding them, which I think is kind of neat. And then you want to kind of straighten out his legs. Not very much, you know, you kind of want him to maintain that kind of digitigrade stance. But with that, you are pretty much done. And then what you have essentially is, in the end of it, you should have this. Yeah. Yeah, that is Beast Machine Cheetor from the Legacy line in robot mode. First of all, if he seems just like the cat mode standing up, well, that's because he kind of is the cat mode standing up. Yeah, that's kind of a problem that Cheetor would kind of end up suffering from as his figures kind of progressed. He, where the transformation would become dirt simple, and it would just really be the cat mode, just standing up. But yeah, let's have a look at the robot mode. There's his head. He is kind of ghastly looking, but that's pretty much how he looked on the show. He kind of had this elongated kind of aliens kind of looking head. More spots. That is appreciated. He does retain some feline features, like his nose here. But yeah, that's the robot mode head. Cheetor is one of those designs that takes some getting used to, I think, in Beast Machines. He's quite the departure from Beast Wars. Yeah. You can really only look at that for so long before it starts looking like an analog horror. But yeah. There's the chest there. Once again, more spots. He kind of has these three, kind of a 4-pack going on, but it's very techno-organic, very alien. Certainly an interesting design. Once again, it does take some getting used to. Yeah, once again, there's not much difference between the robot mode and the cat mode, but that's because, you know, for the transformation, all you're effectively doing is standing the cat mode up. Articulation is pretty good. Ball joint shoulders. The pegs here can kind of get in the way. Ball joint elbows. Ball joint hips. Mushroom peg here at the thigh. You know, hinged here and here at the legs. So that's pretty nice. So, you know, he is a poser. He, you know, you can get a few dynamic looking poses out of him. So, you know, you can get that. Once again, he does have these, his swords. I do appreciate that he actually does have a weapon that he had in the show. He did have these weapons in the show. Knight slash Cheetor had the swords. The Mega did not. The Mega just had a lame tail whip weapon. Supreme Cheetor tried to have the swords made out of the tail, but once again, that figure's kind of a piece of crap, so it didn't really work. But anyway, but yeah, bottom line, he does have the swords, and they are pretty nice looking. The swords can actually combine into this boomerang sort of thing, so, you know, can get that. You know, you know, he can also hold them like this for this, you know, Darth Maul sort of. Actually, kind of looks like a bow. Or if you want, you can just go bare bones and have him, you know, ambidextrous. You know, you can just have him holding the swords like that. That does look pretty nice. Yeah, pretty nice robot mode. Aesthetic wise, it went. Oh, excuse me. Pardon me. Yeah. Once again, it's Beast Machine's Cheetor, so the design kind of, yeah, takes some getting used to. Sizing him up real quick. Here we have him next to vintage Cheetor. Once again, it's kind of nice comparing him to his beginnings and his end. So there's that. And then here he is next to Legacy Night Prowler, who once again is the same mold as Kingdom Cheetor. So that's how they size up together. And then here we have him next to this thing. Yeah. Yeah, there's that. And then here we have him next to Silverbolt, who once again is quite tall for a basic. Yeah. There he is next. Oh, by the way, the other peg. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah. Yeah, the other peg broke off. So yeah. Oh. Traitor. Turning back into Jetstorm, I see. Anyway, yeah. If you indeed do have Beast Machine Silverbolt, just yeah. Just be wary of that. These back pegs like to break off. Yeah. Okay. Okay. There's that PSA. Here he is next to Noble, who is secretly Megatron, but we won't get into that now. And then finally, here he is next to Quick Strike, and they're almost the same size. Yeah, so yeah, that's kind of neat. Yeah, so I guess in robot mode, like Cheetor is almost basic size. So, you know, if you want to see it that way as like a basic class Cheetor, you know, you can definitely do so. And then Yeah, well, why not? Let's get a group shot in here. So here's like various other iterations of Cheetor. Yeah, this isn't technically. You're a cat. You're supposed to land on your feet. All right. Yeah. Yeah, but there's the various iterations of Cheetor. Just pretend this guy's yellow. Yeah. Yeah, so there's that. And here we have a full-on Beast Machines crew. Yeah. Yeah, so there's that. So, yeah. Beast Machines Cheetor from the Legacy line. Honestly, not too bad. Not too bad at all. In robot mode, he's actually pretty nice. He's pretty nicely articulated. The head can turn too. Although that should have been obvious. It's part of the transformation. I'm actually gonna, while I'm closing off here, I'm actually gonna turn him back into beast mode because, well, it really is that simple. So yeah. Yeah, so I would say if you're a fan of Beast Machines, a fan of Cheetor, this guy certainly is an interesting little purchase. So, yeah, I would say I do say I recommend this little guy here. He's quite a fun little piece. And before you can say, before you can say spot on smooth, there he is back in beast mode. Yeah, so he's a pretty nice little figure. I'm surprised with, how much I actually ended up liking this guy. And, he is a core class, which, again, they are retiring, unfortunately. So, if you see this little guy, yeah, pick him up. He's pretty neat, pretty fun little figure. So this is Green Tiger Qual Productions with Mature Cheetor, and we are signing off. Good day.